Hello viewers, we are in Lucy's left wing kitchen. And since we are in a proper kitchen, rather than the bug out bunker, we thought maybe we should try some proper cooking, because the bug out bunker is, well, it's a bit of a dump really, and we use it to produce crap sandwiches. But this is a kitchen where we could produce something delicious and edible. So Lucy Brown has suggested Gordon Ramsay's Beef Wellington.
My God.
And there are three reasons for this. The first is Gordon Ramsay says it's one of his favourite things of all the recipes he's created. The second one is he says it's very tricky to get right. And thirdly, Eve here on the other camera has had it when we were in Miami at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant.
I was there, so I physically couldn't have cheated.
No, not cheated in that you had prior knowledge, but you have eaten and it was very good, was it?
It was delicious.
Delicious. Yeah. So we have a test, if you like. We have a control measure, which is Eve's palate. It's a very complicated recipe. This is the first time I've seen it, and I just had a flip through, and there are 10 stages. It involves making a beef Wellington, which of course goes in pastry. Oh, and it's fallen over. And then making quite a complicated sauce with red wine and beef trimmings. So, have you got your large pan, put the heat. So, but I'll just have a quick look through to see what it is I have to do. Remove the cling films, hot pan. Chopped mushrooms, are they in the fridge?
Yep.
Yeah. Olive oil, thyme leaves and seasoning, seasoning, mushrooms, well, cling film. Right, so first, this is other people's kitchens. So somewhere in here, I'm assuming it's that. Yes, there is. I can't store recipes in my head. I read them, and then I often sit down and read them and think I'll have a go at making that. And then as soon as I start, I think, what do I do next? What am I actually making? Wrap the piece of beef. Right, we've done that. I'll close the fridge. Remove the cling film, then quickly sear the beef in a hot pan with a little olive oil. So, pan. We're only a short way into what I think is going to be quite a lengthy video, let's be honest, and I've just had an idea. Why don't we do this together? Because I don't know where anything is in Lucy's left wing kitchen, and half of the video is going to be me saying, where's the spatula, where's the salt live, where's the wine?
Okay.
How do I turn this on, you know?
I'll help.
In fact, I'll be the sous chef.
No, I'll be the sous chef.
No, I think you can give me instructions, then we can explore our generational differences.
Okay.
And you're good at cooking.
Okay.
Okay, that's the beef board. We're unwrapping this, and then we have to sear it in a hot pan with a little olive oil for 30 to 60 seconds until browned all over and rare in the middle. Remove from the pan, brush the beef fillet with Dijon mustard. Do you have that?
Yep.
Set aside and leave to cool. So we will need this is the bin in there?
Yep.
Which bin?
Front one.
Front bin. Wash hands. Sensible taps, Lucy Brown, that you can operate without touching them with your fingers. Like it.
Of course. So you're going to sear that in a pan?
Sear that in a pan in olive oil until browned, but still rare in the middle, which, according to the master, will take 30 to 60 seconds. I always find it takes longer than that, but...
Okay, I'll get the pan hot.
Pan hot, oil in. Okay, then you need some sort of tool.
Tool.
No.
Tool. Grabbers?
Yeah, grabbers would do it.
I don't want to misshapen him.
Have you got some wider grabbers?
I don't. They're a bit wider. I should be delicate.
Be careful with it. You could do it with a flippy.
It's not quite as precise, is it?
Okay.
I really want this to be good.
Yeah, no, I'm taking it seriously.
Good. Do we have to season it?
See, I've read this 4 times and I still can't remember. Remove the cling film, done that. Sear the beef in a hot pan with a little olive oil. That's what we're doing now, until browned all over and rare in the middle. Remove from the pan, brush with Dijon mustard and set aside to cool.
Okay, so we need a plate for it to go on once it's...
Yep. And we need to then, in the next stage, we're going to finely chop some mushrooms. So shall I find the mushrooms?
Yes.
I'm going to read this again. Finely chop the mushrooms and fry in a hot pan with a little olive oil, so we can use the same pan again. The thyme leaves and some seasoning. Excuse me.
So you don't want to sear it?
No, you can do it. I'll criticise and do what you do, which is go while you're doing it. Well grabbed. Well seared. That's 8 seconds gone.
I think you're right. I think I'm going to need multiple implements. I don't want it to lose its shape. Flip it already?
I'd sear it all over.
But you think that's enough to get a crust?
Let's have a look. Shove it under.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, nice sear.
See, that's already 35, 40 seconds.
Okay, let's
at
have
the
it.
ends.
Searing.
Three, 2, 1. That's a minute.
There we go, seared.
Brush with Dijon mustard and set aside to cool.
I'll let you do that, seeing as I seared it.
So is that a Dijon mustard brush? Oh, is it silicone?
Yeah. Do you want a paintbrush?
No, I like that. I've never seen one like that. When he says, how much do you think?
I don't think too much.
It would get a bit mustardy otherwise, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Brush with Dijon mustard. Dijon mustard. It's not in the ingredient list.
What, Dijon mustard?
Yeah, so it doesn't say how much Dijon mustard.
Well, it's not that strong, is it, Dijon mustard? So
No.
it's ironic, really, that this includes a French mustard, because the origin of beef Wellington, I don't know if you know this, it does actually come from Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington, and the Battle of Waterloo. He famously had a big nose. He was known as Nosy amongst his troops, and a French general, I can't remember his name, it might have been General Nye or someone, said he had a face like one of his own boots made out of roast beef. And as a result of that, after the battle, the victory, obviously, they made exactly that, using pastry around the outside. And apparently the original beef Wellington was shaped to look like the Duke of Wellington's face, with his quite big schnoz. And then over time it just turned into what the internet recently described as sausage roll for Nice.
Finely chop the mushrooms and fry in a hot pan with a little olive oil.
What constitutes finely chopped? Just little chunks?
Very finely chopped. You might mock me for laziness, but I've got like a little strimmer thing that could finely chop the mushrooms.
You mean like a chopper-upper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that sort of thing. That looks like a proper device.
It is. It's quite small though, so we might need to do a couple of those.
Oh, has it got a ripcord like a seagull?
Yeah. They're like a strimmer, it's not in properly. It sort of locks in.
Oh, it twists and locks in.
There you go.
What is that called? Because I need one in my life. That is brilliant.
Yeah. And it's more delicate than sort of like a whizzer.
And doesn't make such an annoying noise, and you get a very, very small workout. Right, we will do that off camera. In the meantime, there will be a quick cutaway of the victorious capture of the French standard by British and Irish troops at the Battle of Waterloo. Well, that is just the chopped mushroom. I've already forgotten. In hot oil, with the hot pan with a little olive oil, the thyme leaves, which are leaves only. Okay, do you want to pull those off?
Yep. Okay, so
Okay.
a bit of olive oil. I fried the beef, so I'm going to let you fry the mushrooms.
Okay, so I need some sort of pan-friendly spatula. Can I use that one?
Yep.
Okay. When he says leaves only, he means strip the little leaves off the stems by pulling them backwards, doesn't it?
Yep, I can do that.
We start doing that. And he reckons, hang on, 10 minutes until all the excess moisture is evaporated and you're left with a mushroom paste.
That's why they had to be so finely chopped.
Yeah, it's like, I'd be amazed if that actually turns into a paste, but let's see. And then we need a cloth
Yep.
to squeeze it, presumably like a muslin. I wouldn't put too much, otherwise it'll just...
That's too much, isn't it?
No, I think that's probably about right. It's quite a big piece of beef. We can judge it by seeing how smelly it is. That's a lot of smell from that little bit. I'm going to go in with the mushrooms. It's quite a lot.
Oh, there are a lot. Oh, you can see the ones that are chopped up manually.
Yeah, they do stand out a bit. But, you know, they're mushrooms. They're about 99% water, so they'll still...
Smells mushroomy.
Smells extremely mushroomy. It smells like a farmyard. Cool, wow. Are these your lazy ass bugger?
Yes. Yep, and pepper.
Is that coming out?
Yep.
A bit.
When mushrooms begin to release their juices, continue to cook over a high heat for about 10 minutes.
How about you make a cup of tea while I stand and look at this pan?
Okay.
Is that... Right. That is the mushrooms demoistened. We need something, we need to cool these first, so they need to go on something, have you got something like a baking tray?
Yep. Do we need to cool them or do we need to do the...
You cool them and then squeeze them. She doesn't believe me.
I don't believe you. When a mushroom begins to release the juices, continue to cook for high heat until the excess moisture is evaporated. You know, for mushroom paste, remove from a pan, leave to cool. I'm so sorry.
Okay, whilst those are cooling off, because I've read ahead, we need some cling film.
Okay. Spreading them out so that...
Yes. Then you can put them on there. I've no idea where cling film is in Lucy's kitchen. Could you put a piece of cling film on there and I'll find some Parma ham? Because I do know where the fridge is. Prosciutto di Parma.
Oh no, the cling film machine's malfunctioned.
Hang on. So you've got to roll it up in a minute, right? And roll and touch. So I think that way. Yes?
Yeah. It needs to be wide enough to cover the beef.
Yes,
so maybe
that's what
3.
It might be 3. I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
In
so your
which case I should have
spacing's wrong.
started slightly to the... Yes. This is gripping, isn't it? Can you imagine being a viewer of this? Now, tell me, honestly, are you watching me do this and thinking, well, there's a couple of slices left, I might just have one now as a little snack?
I wasn't, but if you want to, go ahead.
No, I'm strong.
I'm just saving myself for the Beef Wellington. I'm sure it's going to be really successful. Look at that.
Johnny, in my pub, makes, I've only had it once, he doesn't do it very often, he makes a mushroom Wellington, that's one of the vegetarian dishes. I said dishes. And he said to me, you should try this, because chefs are like that, you know. So I thought, well, do you know what, I will. And it was absolutely fantastic. It was unbelievable. It must have had 2 kilos of mushrooms in it.
Wow.
It was almost as big as this thing we're making. And it's just absolutely fabulous. It kept me awake for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
So.
Gotta wait for the mushrooms to cool.
They cool?
No.
Whilst the mushrooms cool, we'll cut away to a picture of a teapot.
I think the mushrooms have cooled.
The mushrooms have cooled. We now we've got to put it in the cloth and squeeze it. There are some cloths. I saw some.
That drawer.
This drawer? Yes.
There was some moisture in there.
Yeah, that's what this is for. This will squeeze it out. So what do? You plonk it. It's going to take a couple of attempts, I think. This is a lot less than it originally looked, obviously, because mushrooms are largely moisture, and that has gone. Is that enough to squeeze or a bit more?
I think a bit more. I don't know why, but this is giving me making cheese vibes.
Have you ever made cheese?
No, but I feel like, isn't this something? No, you do it.
I've made cheese.
Did you use a muslin?
Yes, I think we did. It was in Italy. It was a goat's cheese.
Oh, there we go. God, you know it's proper cooking when you have to do straining through a muslin.
Yeah, so that's why I've never done it. Even when I made the cooking show, I don't remember anything really. I was pissed half the time. Now we have to spread this all over the Parma ham, and then we put on the seasoned piece of beef, and then we roll it up, which is where the comedy happens. Where the bloody hell have you put the wrapped up beef bit? Oh, it's not wrapped up yet, is it? No, we're about to do that. So that will need to be seasoned.
Yeah, I'll season it while you...
So I'm going to I have to spread this evenly over the Parma ham. I've got a feeling, as John Lennon once said, that this is going to work. I mean, why wouldn't it? Do you think of any reason why this wouldn't work, Lucy Brown?
I'm worried about the cooking in the oven and the beef not being rare, cooking it enough to cook the pastry, but not the...
That's the trick, isn't it? Because you want the beef still to be a bit pink in the middle.
Yeah. Or the other way and it's raw in the middle. And we won't know until the very end.
Yes.
Which is what's stressful.
Should we let Eve make the first cut?
Yes.
I'm possibly being a little bit pedantic about this, but...
No, we want to get a good end result.
Isn't it exciting? So the orientation needs to be that way. Have you put seasoning on? Yes. You did that because you were able to, because you have an electric grinder. Place on top of the mushroom-covered ham, using the cling film. Roll the Parma ham over the beef, then roll and tie the cling film to get a nice, evenly thick log. So, it's not quite going to cover. This is a bit like when you've cut your wrapping paper too small.
Have a go. I think it's like a burrito, you know, when they're making your burrito and they sort of roll it over once and then tighten it.
That needs to be longer and thinner, doesn't it? just think about that a minute. Let's put another piece of ham that way.
Yeah, and spread the mushroom out.
Yes, so could you lift that off? This is teamwork. This is like a wholesome father-daughter relationship. I always think it's really creepy when people write stuff like that. We are not related, by the way, for those who speculate about such things. Lucy Brown is merely a waif and stray that I found in the digital world. There you are. That almost now doesn't look like quite enough mushroom, whereas I thought when we were chopping them up, this is a ludicrous amount of mushroom.
No, I think that's okay.
There's a really important instruction here that we mustn't forget. So we do this and we roll it up into a sausage and we put it in the fridge to chill for at least 30 minutes. Then we lay the pastry out, brush it with the egg wash, that's all normal. And then this next line, remove the cling film from the beef. Did you deliberately not put it in the middle?
Yeah.
Because you want to... No.
I thought it'd be easier.
I see what your thinking is, but now I can't decide which end to start from.
I'd start from this end.
Do you think so?
No, that end.
I think it's that end. Lucy? So if I do that and hold that like that, and you carefully not to keep the mushrooms sort of in place.
I'm going to have to go quite quickly then, I think,
Yeah,
really.
go on. Oh, it's just perfect. And then it's a bit scrappy, but put the ends in a...
I think what you're meant to do is like twist the ends. I think
That's what I was...
So that it tightens and shapes it.
Like that, almost.
Our mine's overflowing. I think what we should do is leave it as is, put a new bit of cling film under it, and use the new bit of cling film to do the shaping.
Good thinking, Batgirl. Because the cling film is only there to make the shape. It's not part of the, obviously, as I've just explained.
It needs to be thick enough to... It needs to be thick enough to have the tensile strength needed to twist it. God, I know I'm talking bollocks now. I know what I mean.
Enough tensile strength. The tensile strength of cling film is notoriously low.
So then we get it.
No, other way.
No, I think this way.
But you won't have enough to make
I think we
Christmas
will
cracker end.
if you hold it properly. Like that. And then Christmas cracker the ends.
Chill for at least 30 minutes. But whilst that's happening, we can fart-house around with some pastry. So we should think about this. Where is the pastry? In the fridge, presumably. Have you burst it?
No. I've just wrapped it so nice and tight that a bit of excess parma ham and mushroom has come out the edges. Look at that. Cute little, looks like a little haggis.
Okay, but leave it out for the moment because, having learned from our previous mistake, we'll be using this pre-prepared, just roll, ready rolled puff pastry.
Yes.
You should think about the proportions. You're supposed to cool your hands down before you do this, aren't you?
Yeah. So
Running them under the cold tap.
it should be big enough.
Yeah, my worry was making it too big.
Well, we can do that using the chopping board. So finger there. Whoop. So it's basically a chopping board long.
And how much do you need it? Do you fold it over at the ends? I can't remember
Yeah.
what Beef Wellington looks like.
Yeah, you fold it over the ends.
So it's probably the chopping board size that way, but
And
1.5 squares in from each end. In fact, it's about right as it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put it back in the fridge so it doesn't get warm. And then this goes in for half an hour.
Half an hour.
So cute.
Right, well, we'll see you again in 30 minutes' time when we'll be doing the pastry. We're still only on step number 6, and steps 8 and 9 of 10 are the really complicated ones. So, see yous later. Welcome back. Half an hour has passed and the completed parcel thing of, this is ever so complicated, beef and parma ham and mushroom stuff wrapped in cling film has been in the fridge to cool. We're about to do the pastry. This is all going extremely well so far. Everything has worked. I don't think Lucy has pulled her OK boomer face at any point at anything that I've said.
No.
Good. So here is some pastry, chilled in the fridge, and here is our chilled, cling-filmed parcel of everything that goes inside a Beef Wellington.
Cling film?
Cling film. Do we need more cling film?
Yep, under the...
Oh, under the pastry. You don't just do a bit of a...
No, so you can roll it afterwards.
Okay. Brush the pastry with the egg wash, remove the cling film from the beef, then wrap the pastry around the beef, fillet thing, trim the pastry and brush all over with the egg wash. So basically make a parcel. Have you chilled your hands?
They're fairly chilled naturally.
So I've read it and I've already forgotten it. Brush the pastry with the egg wash, yes. This is definitely puff pastry, isn't it? We want this to be puffy.
Yep.
Brush the pastry with the egg wash, remove the cling film from the beef, and then wrap the pastry around the beefy fillet thing. Trim the pastry and brush all over. But we close the ends up, yes? Does it?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I can't remember what one looks like, and the photograph shows one already chopped up. Okay. So now we have to, and this is a very important step, remove the cling film from the beef assembly.
We have to try and do this without losing its shape.
Trim the pastry and brush all over with the egg wash. We've got to brush it with the other side as well.
Once we've rolled it though, yeah?
Yes. Oh, and then we've got to chill it for another 30 minutes.
We need to make the sauce though, so we can do that while we chill it.
Oh, it says on the next one, meanwhile, make the red sauce.
Okay, are we ready to place it?
Are you going to lift and invert
Yeah.
that orientation?
Ready?
Yes. Be swift.
Swiftish.
Oh, is it going to be wide enough?
Oh no. I think it is, because with like a wrapping paper, we only need half the height.
That means we won't waste any by trimming it off. It's just worked out so perfectly. Don't squeeze it too hard, otherwise. How do you think if we fold the ends in?
Like a little wrapping present.
Yeah. It's not the neatest shape in the world, but it's not bad. Where is our egg wash?
But it's okay because we need to chill it first or egg wash it first, because this needs to go back in the cling film.
Brush all over with the egg wash, cover with cling film and chill for at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
I mean, it must be said,
Yes.
much as I admire Gordon Ramsay and his creativity, fish fingers, chips and peas is easier. And superb.
I'm sure he wouldn't argue with that.
He does actually quite like that sort of thing. He likes to fry up as well, if I remember rightly.
How do you think he'll rate this?
I don't know if he's watching it. He's probably shouting at his smartphone and swearing. We'll send him a picture when it's done.
Yeah.
Once
hopefully
the
it'll
first
rate it.
cut is made. So you see the picture that comes with the recipe. I suspect ours isn't going to look quite that tidy, but it's sliced and one end is rather artistically leaning over so that you see the exposed pink beef innards. We'll do something like that, and before Eve tastes it, we'll take a photograph and then we can send it to him on the gram or something. And you sure? Are you trying to do that?
I think we might need a fresh bit of cling film for the rolling.
It's all right.
Okay, he is fully
Fully
washed.
aged. Go on, be bold.
Okay.
Just imagine if we
No,
ran.
don't flick him in. Because we need to squeeze it again. That's what the cling film's for.
Oh, you want to compress it a bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine if we ran a restaurant, Lucy. Fantastic, wouldn't it?
People would get their food.
So, I'd like the
Years.
Beef Wellington. Did you order it 2 days ago, sir?
Oh, we've done the mistake again where we've only done one piece of cling film. We need more because of the tensile strength issue.
Heat the oil in a large pan and fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes to stir in the shallots. So the shallots have to be, 2 shallots peeled and sliced.
Look at that.
That's fantastic. Plus you've got enough egg left over to make a very tiny omelette. Where would shallots be, LB?
In the other kitchen with the rest of the ingredients needed for the sauce. Should I not?
In the other kitchen. Did you hear that? From the woman who mocks me for having more than one dishwasher. Right, I'll just go
It's
to
not
the
my
other
house.
kitchen. I'll be back in a bit.
It's my parents' house.
Oh, I'm exhausted from that long walk. Right, here are things we need. Beef stock, some black peppercorns, some bay leaves, the 2 shallots. This is another thing I would normally do very slowly because I really like shallots. I like them, I like the flavour of them, and I like them as things. And I enjoy trying to get sort of interesting shapes. This one's not going to do it because it's possibly, I think it's easier with ones that have been standing around for a while. We're trying to get an interesting shape out of the peel. Now this is going to come off in little bits.
Heat oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes. I don't think we have that much beef trimmings. He just gave me this little sack.
Well, that's probably got quite a bit of beefy quality to it. I'm going to read it again. Heat the oil in a large pan. Fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes until browned, and stir in the shallots with the peppercorns, bay and thyme. And we need some more thyme. And continue to cook for about 5 minutes, stirring frequently until the shallots turn golden brown.
Beef trimmings don't look great.
Okay, so those add the beefy flavour, but they stay behind. So, you've got your large pan, put the heat on, a bit of oil in, go and do those. Heat the oil in a large pan. Fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes. We've read this at least 10 times. Until browned on all sides. Then stir in the shallots with the peppercorns, bay and thyme, and continue to cook for about 5 minutes, stirring frequently until the shallots turn golden brown. So just cook it until it looks nice.
Okay. Peppercorns are there, and you've got the beef stock
Yes.
as well. I'll bring the beef stock over. I forgot to set a timer for, is it half an hour it has to be in the fridge for?
Yes.
30 minutes? So beef trimmings in
30
first.
minutes,
Yes.
counting down.
Heat the oil in a large pan. Fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes until browned on all sides. Stir in the shallots with the peppercorns, bay and thyme.
Basically all the stuff you don't want to eat.
Heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes until brown on all sides. Stir in the shallots with the peppercorns, which are in my hand, bay and thyme, and then cook for 5. So basically, we chuck it all in and cook it until the shallots look cooked. Heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef.
I don't think it needs to breathe in a glass.
No, I'm testing it to make sure it's okay. You wouldn't want to pour a corky wine in, would you?
True. Very sensible.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So a splash of red wine vinegar.
Heat the oil in a large pan. Fry the beef trimming, no, we've done that, until brown. Stir in the shallots, yes, with the peppercorns, bay and thyme, yes, cook for 5 minutes. Stir in frequently until the shallots turn golden brown. Are they turning? I'll give it a little bit more.
Okay. See
You
the
do
little...
that, I'll drink this. Heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes until brown. As I said, the shallots, peppercorns. Right, you can put in a splash of red wine vinegar now. A splash, whatever that is.
Dash, splash, stir.
Dash, splash, stir. Someone was very pleased when they thought of that. I think they should be executed. Ah! Let it bubble for a few minutes until almost dry. Then we've got to add the wine and boil it and reduce it. That will take a while.
It's already dry.
Is it?
Yeah, did I not put
Okay.
enough in, do you think?
Heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings. We've done that. Pour in the vinegar and let it bubble for a few minutes right now. Now add the wine and boil until almost completely reduced. So half of that bottle.
You do it. I feel like I'm in like a Groundhog Day dream sequence with this recipe.
See, it looks like such a lot of wine in the bottle, and then you pour it in a saucepan or indeed in a glass, and it seems to be a lot less.
That's half.
It's about half, isn't it?
Now boil.
Heat the oil in a large pan. No, we've done that. Pour in the vinegar and let it bubble. Add the stock. No, hang on. Now add the wine and boil until almost completely reduced. Then you add the stock and bring to the boil again. And then you lower the heat and simmer gently for 1 hour. So how do you... So if you... This is a question I have, and I'm treading very carefully because I own a pub, but we don't generally do things like Beef Wellington. If you go into a restaurant like the Ivy, for example, and they've always got the shepherd's pie on the menu, which I like, and I say, I'll have the shepherd's pie, please. 5 minutes later, it arrives. You can't make it in 5 minutes.
Well, they just not made... I always assume they just made what was popular sort of constantly.
Well, that's sort of what we do in the... I mean, on Sundays when we do a roast, they work out, when we know this many people are coming in, we'll have a few walk-ins, so we'll do a piece of beef this big, and maybe 3 chickens.
Yeah.
But if you were going to put Beef Wellington on the menu, given that you'd have to think, I know, we'll do Beef Wellington, and that will be the day after tomorrow, you'd have to make an educated guess on how many people were going to want it.
But then they say on some places it's like pre-order day in advance or something.
Yeah,
Although
but we've never done that.
when we had it at when Eve had it at Gordon Ramsay's, we didn't pre-order or anything.
No, but would they have? I don't think for a moment Gordon Ramsay's restaurant has a big frozen Beef Wellington, and you can't really make it in advance because the pastry would go all
So they
manky. So they
just had the sauce.
Because it's quite reassuring, I think, if you go to a nice pub or a restaurant and you say, I'd like the so-and-so, and they say, I'm afraid that's off because it's all gone.
Yeah.
Because then you think, oh yes, so they did make some and it's already been eaten. But then when you go to some pubs and there's a big blackboard menu and it's got like 150 things on it, I think, well, you're not making those, are you? It's
Yeah.
just not possible.
Yeah.
So I think we can probably, yes, exactly. I think we can probably cut away because this sauce is going to take at least an hour and a half. Lucy and I will go and have a game of snooker in Lucy's games room, or the other games room, not the main one, and we'll see you in a short while.
Don't have a games room.
It's not a room, it's an outbuilding. Hello again, viewers. Welcome back to James and Lucy's restaurant, where the customers have all died of starvation. But we have reached a very exciting moment in the preparation of our Beef Wellington, which is we're about to take the Beef Wellington out of the fridge, score it, egg it, put it in the oven, and then it will be coterminous with the completion of the sauce, which is reducing on the stove top. So the instructions are: heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings for a few minutes till brown little size, turn the shallots over, done that, pour in the vinegar, let it bubble, done that. When you are ready to cook the Beef Wellington, score the pastry lightly, that's in a brush with egg wash again, then bake at 200 degrees / gas mark 6, cook for around 20 to 25 minutes and rest for 10 minutes before carving. Let's see if we can remember that without having to consult it again. We need a baking tray. I think you should probably preheat the baking tray.
Oh, does it say to?
No, but I always would, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Otherwise it's cold. And it's got to cook.
But then no, because then when we're positioning it, the pastry will go all weird and
Oh, will it?
because of the heat.
Okay, well let's...
Do you think grease-proof? Probably.
Yes. Somebody said the other day, I didn't know this, if you do that first, then it doesn't curl up, apparently.
Oh yeah.
That was actually a comment on our own channel, and I'd never heard that said. It sort of makes sense. Right, shall I do this?
Yep. To score, then wash. Yes, we're not looking at the instructions, remember.
No, you don't need to look at the instructions. It's melt the oil in a pan. Remember to take off all the cling film because we have multiple layers. In fact, even there's some cling film still on there, isn't there?
Yep.
This is so exciting. I wish I actually liked Beef Wellington. It's not a particularly elegant shape.
No, but I wonder if we roll it over and have that bottom bit as the top. It'll look nicer.
You may be right. Hang on, there's a bit there that's stuck to the cling film, and now it's stuck to my finger. It's already pretty eggy.
Maybe we overwashed it. Shall I plop him onto there, or?
I was going to egg him on this. Oh, he's slightly fragile there.
I think we only need to egg the top. We're on the crissy crosses now.
You may be right.
I'm just going to plonk him on.
Okay, be careful because he's...
Very sticky. Should have wet the hands in advance.
We're calling him he.
Sorry.
He, it.
Are you confident to do the crisscrossing? Because I'm not.
Why not?
I don't have a steady hand. I'm
What,
not.
you think I do?
I'm not artistic.
You think we just crisscross the top?
Yeah, you don't crisscross the whole thing.
Yeah, but not. What about the sides? Would it? No.
Maybe you could sort of go around the edge, very lightly. What shape are we going for?
I'm going for cross hatching. I'm just letting the weight of the knife do its
Those are
work.
nice straight lines.
Well, I can do woodwork and the like. That one wasn't straight, so you shouldn't have said that.
That's all
Shut
right.
up, Lucy. Okay, I think you can start egging from your side. What if it explodes in the oven?
Don't say that. Why would it explode?
I don't know. Because air is trapped in it.
Oh look, you went a bit deep on that crisscross, so air will come out of it, so that won't be a problem.
Glue it back together with egg. There you go. Right, heat the oil in a large pan. Then fry the beef trimmings. Right, it's ready to 200 degrees. We've done that. It's pre-warmed. That goes over 20 to 25 minutes. And by the time that is done, the sauce will be ready. which we still have to strain through a fine sieve lined with muslin. Oh, your sieves are very fine. I think that one.
The middle-sized one is the
Yeah.
finest.
That one.
Okay, I think he is egged
I think
up.
he's egged. You do tray, I'll do door.
Okay, teamwork.
Keeping it open for as little time as possible, going on the
I
top
think it
shelf.
looks pretty
yeah?
good. Yeah, top
Ready?
shelf.
3, 2, 1, in! Shut! Timer, set your timer.
Teamwork. I think that's our first high five ever.
That felt really grubby.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I make the top oven go on? Press on. Microwave, no.
Types. Yep. It's all the way at the end if you're looking for plate warming.
We shall put some plates, but I was going to suggest putting the sauce jug in there and having it nice and warm.
Yes. We've
Do you
still
have-
got 20 minutes left on the sauce.
Yeah, I know, but we can have things warming up, haven't we?
Yep. What
So,
sauce?
You need
jug?
a sort of presentation plate for Eve, and the rest of us can just eat off bits of old broken ironware.
Like a small plate so it makes the beef look more substantial.
Yes. So who's going to have some? You, me, Eve, and Gus, who's off camera.
Yep.
But, oh no, he has actually starved to death. Oh well.
Plate for everyone, and then a sauce jug.
Do 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 do.
How much sauce do you have?
Well, that's, I should say the little one will do it. That is molto elegante. Right, inevitably we're going to have to ask for your patience, viewers, whilst we cut away for around 20-25 minutes with a...
Let me tell you about today's sponsor, James Gin. James Gin is a wonderful handcrafted gin made in Wiltshire. It is absolutely delicious. This one is Asian parsnip. There's also California Dream Gin, London Drizzle. There's a Navy Strength version of Asian parsnip. It's a little bit stronger, but it's still just as delicious. There's also American mustard if you're in the US. Why don't you buy some and make a gin and tonic to watch our next video? Thank you once again to James Gin for sponsoring this video. Now, back to the Beef Wellington.
That's quite good, but you don't like gin. Welcome back, viewers. We've been here for 4 hours and 5 minutes and it's still not finished, but it's not far off. There's actually only 1 minute to go on the Wellington, which has to stand for 10 minutes, during which we'll finish off the sauce by straining it. Heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings. We've done that. No, we're at the end. We're at instruction number 10 of 10. Meanwhile, reheat the sauce, it's already heating. Serve the beef Wellingtons sliced with the sauce as an accompaniment. How about that?
Should take it out of the oven.
Take it out of the oven. Look at that!
Looks good.
It also looks massive.
Happy we halved the recipe.
Jeez. Okay, I can do this on my conventional analog watch, don't worry.
Okay, 10 minutes.
But I'm going to do 5 minutes and then I'm going to strain the sauce. Is it still on the heat?
Yep, it's bubbling lightly.
Okay. Then we've got 4 plates to take out. We don't need any more instructions. Heat the oil in a large pan, then fry the beef trimmings, and we've done all that. Do I need another one of your rubbery things to put the plates on, or are you happy to put them directly on the work surface?
I'm happy to put them directly on the work surface.
Okay. You can actually turn that one off, probably. There's enough heat left in the oven. The sauce is thickened. It's a good job with straining this. I mean,
Yeah, it's got loads of stuff in it.
whilst we wait another 6.5 minutes for the Beef Wellington to relax, here's a cutaway drawing of the constant speed propeller unit from a Mark 1A Supermarine Spitfire.
Okay, straining the sauce.
Straining the sauce. No, we've got to do this. That's quite a small target. Should do it there so that spillages can.
Yep. Or let's do it over here so we've got a better light. And use that as a catch. I can hold the strainer and
Hang
you
on,
pour.
it's not warm.
You didn't turn the oven on.
Why didn't you tell me? The great thing about something like a Beef Wellington, it's a little bit like a gift. You don't know what's in there, do you? It might be blackened and awful, or it might be beautifully pink and
Or raw.
moist, or raw. It could be anything. It could have disappeared. Well, are you pulling a face?
No, I would never.
I think this is better if I just do it myself, because I'm now nervous about pouring it over your hands, because you can imagine the reaction from the online community. It's a bit thick, Lucy.
Let me get a spoon and like help it through.
Has any of it actually gone through?
Yep. Okay, a bit more. Yep. Oh God, it's going everywhere.
Maybe we should have done what the instructions said. Done it through a cloth.
Yeah.
Can I just
But
see?
then it'd burn your hand squeezing it.
Yeah, you're right. Can I see how much has gone in, is it? Oh no, this is pretty good. That's actually gone in the jug and not all over the tray. Whilst we're doing this, which is clearly going to take some time, here's a quick cutaway of a Vickers Wellington bomber. Right, I think we're there. I'll take some plates from the oven. I didn't, see, I've learned something from you, Lucy Brown.
What's that?
I didn't know you could microwave plates.
Oh, it's what you always do if you forget to put the plate warmer on.
Plate warmer? Do you actually have a dedicated plate warmer?
No, but the oven's got a plate warming setting.
Oh, I see. I just turn the oven on 50. Right, that'll do. Come on, that'll do.
It needs to look nice.
It does look
what
nice.
if Gordon Ramsay sees it?
But you're putting half of it in the bin on the tissue paper. Set it down, go and take over the camera from Eve. Eve is going to come forward and carve the Wellington. So this is the knife, this is the fork, you know how to do that. And
So straight in the middle.
I think straight in the middle and then do an artistic da-da.
Yeah, okay.
A big da-da. And in fact, I'm going to go and stand over the other side with Lucy to see the ta-da.
Okay.
And action.
Right. I mean, I could pull this out and see if it's still cold, but...
Nah.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Ooh!
Yes!
Perfect!
Oh, wow.
I'd say that was spot on.
Round of applause.
Yes!
Would you like me to carve you a piece to serve you?
Yes, please. That'd be lovely.
Here's your plate from the Warren Buffet.
I guess the test is it going to stay together?
Well, I was just thinking, I might give you a fairly generous slice using Lucy's blunt. Oh, it's a bit collapsy. Oh. I'm trying, I don't want it to, I know it doesn't really matter, but I want to try and keep it. This is a very generous portion I've ended up cutting here. Mind you, I've been waiting now 4.5 hours.
That's not too bad.
No, I find Lucy's spatula thing. Oh, mushroom coming out.
Thank you very much.
Would you like some sauce with that, ma'am?
Oh yeah, we've got sauce.
It smells great, doesn't it?
Thank you. The sauce looks lovely
Oh no,
and rich.
it fell apart.
Right, I'll get.
That's because that's a bit where the... Oh no! Lucy, would you like some?
Yes, please.
Do you want all of that?
I'm quite happy to have all of that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm starving. Because half of it's pastry.
Do you want me to get a plate?
No, so I can do it. I'm just slightly... Yours is presented in a slightly novel way. Oh, and it's fallen over. Never mind. Sauce?
Yes, please.
You really going to eat all that?
Yep.
You big lard ass. There you go.
Thank you.
I'll cut myself a modest portion.
Should I go ahead and
Yeah,
Try.
Go ahead and try it.
see if it's up to standard? Right, I'll try and get a
Now,
bit
you've
of
had the real
everything.
thing, remember, so...
I have indeed. Get a bit of sauce on there.
Be completely honest.
I tell you what, that's not bad. That's actually really nice. The mushrooms aren't as strong as I thought they'd be. You can't really taste too much of them, but the Gordon Ramsay ones that I tried, it was quite strong. It was almost a bit too strong, the mushrooms. So this is very good.
Thank you.
Very nice.
It's gone a little bit soggy on the bottom, like so many of us.
So not as good as Gordon Ramsay's, but not far off.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, the beef's done perfectly. The mushrooms aren't overpowering, but you can't really taste them. So if they're a bit more tasteful, then I would say it's pretty on par.
Oh, hey.
See what James thinks.
so I'm going to have a bit of the beef, which is... this feels reasonably tender. I'm going to have a bit of mushroomy pastry casing and a dribble of sauce. You're really hungry. You're attacking that. This is
Ready?
a big bit. Yes, 3, 2, 1, go.
I think the mushrooms are strong. Maybe I've got all of them on my end. It's great.
It's pretty bloody good.
I would not be upset getting that in a restaurant.
I mean, it is a bit of a faff. It is 4.5 hours since we started. But, and it's quite filling. It's quite, I think they call it close eating, don't they?
Yeah.
But it is nice. I can taste the mushrooms. They're not very strong, but I can taste them. The pastry's nice, it's quite crispy, and the beef is perfectly cooked, it's still pink. It's terrific. What is the conclusion to this?
We should cook food we like more often.
If we collaborate in a proper kitchen rather than making shitty sandwiches in an underground bunker, the results are quite good.
So we'll send that picture to Gordon and hopefully he ranks it for us.
Yep.
I'm confident he'll say it looks good. I don't know what he'd pick up on it that would be bad.
No, because I think it looks, as you say, restaurant quality. So, calls to action. Your attic is merely an ante-room to the corporation dump. deal with it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and buy James Gin.